take off from an airport and you have trouble with your engine, the best rule is always to go straight ahead and look for a place to land. By turning around and trying to get back to the airport, that's usually when you get into trouble. But it's counterintuitive not to. It's what every pilot would want to do, just get the heck back to the airport.
Did he clip the building or go in straight ahead, you know?
He looked like he hit it dead on.
Dead on.
Wow.
Okay.
Quite a fireball.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. I think we have another, is this an eyewitness? Richard Shearer?
No, Richard Shearer was the Commissioner of Emergency.
Okay, Richard Shearer was in charge of emergency management after 9/11. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Tell us what you have learned so far today.
Well, pretty much what you guys have. There's still, you know, the reports are it's a fixed-wing aircraft. When we first saw it, the first thing you think of is 9/11. Fortunately, it wasn't that large a plane. It doesn't appear to be. But you have to check everything around what's going on. Check the air in that building, account for every occupant of the building, account for the aircraft, find out where it was from. There are a lot of things going on even after the fire is extinguished.
Talk about the challenges in fighting a fire on the 26th floor.
Fighting a high-rise fire, whether it be in a residential building like this or a commercial building on the upper floors, is a terribly difficult job. First of all, the firefighters are working up all those flights with their gear on, and then they have to stretch a hose and start putting out the fire. You have people above the fire who are panicking and getting nervous, and in most instances, as in this one, if they're far enough away, the best thing for them to do would have been to stay in their apartment, put something under the door and wait till help got there. But the most important thing is to get that fire out before it can extend upward and sideways in the building.
And I'm sure people in that building had no idea the scope of it. I mean, that must have been like panic time for them. Richard, I want to ask you too, you know, we're about an hour into this and we don't have confirmation about what plane this was, and you referred to 9/11 and some of the rules that were put in place after that. I mean, I thought this kind of thing was not supposed to happen in Manhattan, that there were tracking systems in place to keep track of what was in the air.
Well, if it was a small aircraft, it's on visual flight rules until it gets to north of Roosevelt Island. That's when they have to report it to LaGuardia for the flight plan. Small planes are small planes, and it doesn't matter whether it's in New York or any city in this country. It's always going to be a danger. But the most important thing right now is to ferret out exactly what happened here. How this, hopefully it is an accident, and if it is, how it happened and why it happened. And then you can make changes to hopefully make sure it doesn't happen again.